Karan, Adipurush, which is slated to release in cinemas this Friday, that's June 16, there's a lot of buzz around the film. The film got a solid advance booking. How do you think this will boost the film's overall box office performance in an organic manner?
Well, I think it's a bit too early to gauge the box office collections. The advance booking has just commenced a day or two earlier, and the advances have been very good at the moment. We'll have to look as to what the spot bookings are. By spot bookings means, like as we say, on the spot people go and on in the current booking window, they buy the ticket and they go to watch a film. You'll get to know the footfalls on that particular day on Friday itself. But as of now, yes, it's a very encouraging trend across the country. Uh, I genuinely feel that it's a big film, of course, as everyone knows. It's going to take a huge start. But how big a start? It's a bit too early to comment. At the moment, it looks like 25 to 30 crores. It could go higher, it could go lower. But as I said, it's a bit too early. Let's wait and watch.
Now, the film, like I said, is made on a reported budget of 500 crore that includes P&A. What number do you think the film need to make in order to break even from the theatrical window?
According to the official figure that we received, the cost of the film is 500 crores
Yeah.
for all the versions. And they have done a lot of pre-sales. Pre-sales means perhaps before the release, they have sold the digital rights and various rights that they need to sell. And they have recovered a substantial amount from that. But a hit, an average, or a flop can be determined only on the basis of the theatrical business. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how the theatrical business unfolds on Friday. One, also, if the film takes a fantastic start on Friday, give Samajh lijiye, film takes a fantastic start on Friday, but we'll have to see the trends on Saturday and Sunday. It all depends on the word of mouth. If the word of mouth is good, is on the plus side, then the business will go higher. If the word of mouth is negative, then it would go lower, which happens with every film. So it's a wait and watch situation right now. Yes, a big price tag is riding on this film. It's a very expensive film. And more than anything, I think there are too many expectations that are riding on this film. So we'll have to wait and watch. It's not just an ordinary film that I would say. It's an emotion called Ramayan. And I think people want to watch that film. I would want to watch that film for Ramayan first, the Starcast later. Starcast is not important for me at the moment. I want to see how Ramayan looks on screen. And that's more important than anything else.
Like you said, the film needs a solid word of mouth, especially in the social media world. You always been saying that you need an entertaining trailer and a good soundtrack to make viewers come to the cinemas.
Sorry?
Adipurush trailer received mixed response when it was released for the first time. Whom do you think this film and its story will appeal most to?
See, I'll be very honest here. When I had seen the trailer, the first teaser that was launched, I was very unhappy with it. I have not liked it. And I told this to Om Raut, and I told this to Prabhas also, that I have not liked your teaser. That's my personal opinion. If you ask for my opinion, I would say that. And I was very vocal. I came on television. I came on national television and I said, I have not liked it at all. At all means not even 1%. They did try to do a lot of damage control by showing to a selected few journalists, and they said, "Okay, 3D mein dikhaya," and I don't understand how 3D mein overnight suddenly something changes and you start liking it. It was a complete mockery. But having said that, the teaser, the trailer that came out after that, I liked the first trailer. The second trailer that just came out a few days before the release, I have mixed feelings. Perhaps because I was expecting a lot more than the first trailer, and that I did not see in the second trailer. Having said that, I feel perhaps I could be wrong on that front. They are keeping everything secret at the moment. They are wanting people to watch it on the big screen and then experience what they have seen it. And I guess that's more important because this film is 2 hours 59 minutes in the runtime is, and we'll have to see how it is justified, how Om Raut has justified Ramayan on the big screen. When I talk of Ramayan, I remember Ramanand Sagar's classic television serial
Yeah.
Ramayana, and I was around 28 or 30 years old at that point of time. And I distinctly remember my entire family used to be glued to the television sets. The streets used to be completely empty, vacant. There was no traffic on the road. People were glued to the television set because it was everything that was portrayed on the screen in that serial was so real and so lifelike. And it was done with a lot of honesty, a lot of dedication, and a lot of sincerity. And I feel that a subject like this is very, very every Indian is attached to a film like Ramayana, and people would definitely expect that Ramayana that Om Raut portrays on screen is very authentic. There are no cinematic liberties. It stays very true to what one expects from Ramayana, and I hope that when I was talking about Ramanand Sagar Saab's Ramayana, there were no great visual effects then. There was no huge budgets at that point of time,
But
and
you
yet
never
it
cared. But
held,
you never
held your
cared about the
attention.
budget.
And here I'm looking forward to Ramayana, and I genuinely feel it's very close to my heart, and I genuinely want it to be portrayed in the most honest way.
This month of June is very busy for Bollywood. Zara Hat Ke Zara Bach Ke released on June 2nd. June 9 did not have a big theatrical release, but Bloody Daddy released on Geo Cinema. June 16, it's Adipurush along with the Hollywood film Flash, which will be also checking in the cinema. On June 23rd, it'll be Nawazuddin Siddiqui Sara Tiku with Sheru. How do you think this will impact Adipurush's box office collections?
Vishal, I've always believed in the fact that if a film is good, if the film catches on, then no amount of IPL or examinations or bad weather or any force can really stop that film. I remember Hum Aapke Kaun was released during the peak of monsoon, and I can cite innumerable examples. I don't want to get into that. But if a film has to work, if the film is accepted by the audience, it will definitely work. As far as your question is concerned about films, so many films coming in week out. Well, I think 16th is a very important date because Adipurush is releasing on the 16th. 23rd, there was supposed to be Maidan. It's not releasing on the 23rd. On the 30th of June, we have Critic Taran and Kiara Advani reuniting after Bhul Bhulaiya 2 for a film called Satya Prem Ki Katha.
Yeah.
That's again an important film. But at the moment, all eyes, all attention is focused on Adipurush. Let's hope that this film works at the box office. It's very important for the health of the film industry also.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a very expensive film. As per official numbers, the film has cost 500 crores to make, and it's a huge investment. And of course, as I said, the star cast is secondary in this case. Prabhas is the big star, Kriti Sanon. Everyone is Saif Ali Khan. Everyone's there. I'm not denying that. But for me, it's Ramayana that's more important. And I want to watch Ramayana with utmost honesty on screen, with sincerity. I hope it's projected with the kind of sincerity and honesty that one expects from that film.
But Prabhas's last film, Radhe Shyam, underperformed at the box office. Saif was a complete fun in Tanaji, which was also directed by Om Raut. Whose star power do you think this film is riding on? Do you think it, or the film will grow after the reviews are out and with word of mouth?
I genuinely feel star power can attract the attention for a day or two, maximum in today's time for a day. After that, the content speaks for itself. But in this case, Ramayana is very important. And whenever I genuinely feel that if Ramayana is there on screen, it requires no star to actually take it to safety. If it is projected with utmost honesty and sincerity, I hope Ramayana really works. But having said that, yes, Prabhas' last film, Radhe Shyam, did not work at the box office. And Saif was fantastic in Tanaji, in Om Raut's earlier film.
Yes.
And Om Raut is a very talented director, but he needs to deliver this time. As everyone knows, the teaser and the trailer have met with mixed reaction. I myself have not liked the teaser, and I was very vocal about it. I told this to the producer also, Bhushan Kumar, and the director Om Raut and Prabhas also, that I have not liked it. And I was very vocal. But coming back to the film, it's 2 hours, 59 minutes of the film, and I think I'm looking forward to that. I'm very, very keen to watch the film. They're not holding any screenings before the release. It's straight on the 16th where people will be watching the film as of now. So let's see. Let's see how it really unfolds on the screen, how it looks on the screen. And 3D, this time it's in 3D. So, well, I hope that it works at the box office.
The role of music is not just limited to taking the story forward. Today, it's also a big marketing tool. Which song from the film do you think that have that power that will connect with the audiences the most? Have you heard
Well,
any?
had it been a normal film, you just mentioned about Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke and Tere Vaste, and those films, the songs are doing very well. They are doing not very well, they are doing exceptionally well. I'm not denying that. And over the years, Vishal, it's always been music has played a very important role in our movies, and it's a very important aspect to take the story forward. In the case of Adipurush, in the case of Ramayana, again, I would say. When I'm going to watch Ramayana, for me, the story would be more important than the songs. Of course, if the songs come in, I'd be very happy. I would love to see they have projected a song or two in the promotions earlier. But I genuinely hope to see Ramayana on the screen, and I genuinely hope that Om Raut has done justice to it. I don't want to see cinematic liberty. I don't want to see, I want everyone has an image of Ramayana. As I said, everyone has an image of Ramayana, and I want Om Rao to stay very very true to the essence of Ramayana.
We all know the story of Ramayana and its characters. In such scenario, do you think the film's success largely depends on a lot on the dialogues and the treatment that will have a mass appeal?
A lot of people have asked me this question that how story to sabko pata hai Ramayana ki, but when we were watching it when Ramanand Sagar had made it, or when B.R. Chopra Sahab had made Mahabharat, we knew the story at that point of time also of Ramayana and Mahabharat also. But at the same time, we were so glued to the screen on the to television because those serials were so captivating. Every character looked so beautiful on screen, and and so lifelike and so real. And that's the reason why it's the power of storytelling that really holds a lot of importance. Story, yes, I agree with you. Ramayana, everyone knows the story, and I genuinely hope that people enjoy the story and the storytelling in Ramayana. Of course, as I said, I have not watched the film. No one has watched the film as of now. Even the actors have not watched the film as we speak. It's Wednesday today, Wednesday afternoon, and even the actors have not watched the film. So I presume they will be watching it today or maybe tomorrow. But I guess we'll have to watch it on Friday to judge for ourselves as to how it looks on the screen.
And finally, Taran, much before the film became talkies, mythological stories were very popular, like Raja Harishchandra. Even in 17 and 80s, there were films like Jai Santoshi Man, Har Har Mahadev, and even Sampurna Ramayana, which got audiences flocking to the theaters. Do you think we are going back to the same era and mythological film will always be a success, irrespective of the time and age we are living?
I remember distinctly when I was growing up, we were so fascinated by a film called Sholay, and it was a huge of a film called Sholay, yeah. And it was a multi-star. It was a masala film with the biggest star cast at that point of time: Dharmendra Saab, Sanjeev Kumar Saab, Amitabh Bachchan Saab, Malini ji, Jaya Baduri ji, Amjad Khan, a big star cast. And there came a film called Jai Santoshi Man, and I distinctly remember that every time a Jai Santoshi Man would release in close contact to a theater where Sholay was also running, it would give a run for the money to Sholay also. And I've seen that with my own eyes. People were so glued onto that movie also. It was a money spinner at the box office. People loved that film. People love Sholay also. I'm not denying that, but people love Jai Santoshi Man also.
Even the songs
a good mythological film will always work. And I think somewhere down the line, we all want to watch. As I said, I just give examples of Ramayana and Mahabharat. Ramayana made by Ramanand Sagar Sahab and Mahabharat made by B.R. Chopra Sahab. And I've seen that with my own eyes, where people used to actually. I met Chopra Sahab when he was making Mahabharat, and I'd met Sagar Sahab also. when he was making Ramayana. And the kind of dedication and honesty that they were making, doing it with, is very rare. And perhaps that's what is visible on the screen also. I genuinely hope that I get to see those days. And when I say I get to see those days, I remember 70s and 80s cinema, and people were so committed to their craft. People were so dedicated. We didn't have the technology and the budget that we see nowadays. People didn't really have the kind of access that they have today. But at the same time, these movies were very simple, were so heart touching. And I just want to add here that every time I have to go back to a film, I go back to a yesteryear film to see. Like a few days ago, I just want to, it's a very different topic. I saw a film called Upahar, which was a Rashtriya film, or for that matter, a Piya Ka Ghar. Uh, you know, small films made by great directors and still working after 50 years. So that's the magic of cinema. I hope that Om Raut recreates that magic when we see Adipurush. I genuinely hope, because Ramayana, as I said, is very dear to me, and I'm too dear to millions of people across the globe. And I'm sure that I'm I'm so very looking forward to it. I genuinely hope that Ramayana is justified on the big screen this time.
I'll probably dial you again on Friday to know what you thought of the film. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vishal. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you, and looking forward to the film.
Thank you. All the best.